Welcome back to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 510, and it is your review of Thor Love and Thunder. Of course, it is the nerd you're going to hear the host show lunch my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Monday.
Monday. You're like, wait,
Mondays.
Mondays are for our theme. Yeah, they are. But, uh, it seems that we fucked up the schedule already.
Schedule been fucked up.
Yeah. Uh, we were doing pretty good. Not gonna lie. So the schedule got fucked up, and because
Roll's fault.
we want to kind of stick to what we wrote for Lydia. This month's gonna look a little weird. So your extra views will be on Mondays, and then your Thursday reviews. I mean your what's it called? International film reviews will hopefully just be on Thursdays.
Which works out because I already saw the movie. So
Yeah. So of course we have Thor: Love and Thunder today. Then we have Monos next week. We have the Black Phone on next Monday, and then we have Scandal. We have Lightyear on Monday, and then what's it called? Grandmaster. And we should be able to start right there with our horror. Oh wait, no, we'll have to do what's it called, Pinocchio, and then we'll go ahead and start horror then on October the 3rd, as we are planning right now. As we are planning, right? Um, I will have to just check it out again. What's it called? Double check the schedule. But as it stands right now, this month, extra review is on Monday. International is on Thursday. So, with that said, Brad, how are you doing today?
been a fucking day.
Oh, I know. Go share with the class, Brad.
Been a fucking day. Okay, so we had to go in at 9 a.m. Me and Brenda went to get a power of attorney. And if people don't, so give you a little lesson in this because I don't teach you this shit in school. Is power of attorney is if something happens to me, like medically wise, like I'm unable to do stuff myself for our finances, Brenda can make those decisions. That or vice versa. I can make decisions for Brenda if she's unable to do what she needs to do with her finances. And so you get a power of attorney in this because if I die, or before I got the power of attorney, when I died, she was fine because everything, like she was the next in line to get all my shit. But if I was in a state where I couldn't, like if I was in a coma, like she couldn't access any of my finances. So it was one of those where, you know, you hope it doesn't happen, but you always plan for it.
Yeah. So I kind of know about that because of my grandma, right? And what's going on? My brother was my mom's medical power of attorney.
Yeah.
What's it
And
called?
so so I don't have one of those. This was for a financial power of attorney.
Yeah. You should hurry up and get that done.
Yeah, eventually I will get that done. Like hopefully it's not needed anytime soon. But we wanted to get the financial one done just in case because that was a very big thing. Then so I had to be there at 9. I get in the truck and I see a low tire fucking thing comes on in the truck and I'm like, fuck. So I look, I got like 26, PSI. So it's not horrible. It's not like in the 33 to 40 range it should be. And so I stopped by a gas station and it's one of those where it's a circle. It's like a new Circle K we got, and it's got the free air hose thing for the trucks and shit. The thing's only been open for maybe like 4 to 5 months. And somebody already fucking broke the handle on the goddamn air hose thing. And it's just like, you fucking... So I tried to piece it back together, put a little bit of air into it, and, I managed to make it to the attorney. I didn't lose that much air. And then I took it to the dealership that I bought it from, and they patched it up. So luckily, it wasn't like on the inside wall or anything. It must have been a little nail.
but gladly you made it back in time to watch Thor: Love and Thunder, right?
Yeah, I made it back. I actually ordered food on the way back, so I picked up my food and I came here and I was eating it, watching this movie. So, it all worked out. It was just annoying, which
These
I've come
major annoyances.
which I've come to learn in my life is like I don't have like, I don't have knock on wood like major tragedies that befall me and my family. It's just we're constantly annoyed.
It happens.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, bro, I'm glad that you're here with me, and I'm glad that we're gonna be doing this.
yeah, I'm
Um,
glad I got to watch the movie because I was kind of worried there because I'm like, oh god, how long is it going to take at the
here we
fucking
go.
dealership?
You're like, here
Because
we
the plan
go.
was, and we didn't like we had an hour with the attorney. We didn't even spend the whole hour. We spent like 30 minutes. So I was like, was supposed to be out of there and back home by like 10, and that fucking didn't happen.
Power of Attorney. That's the She-Hulk Daredevil crossover series, isn't it?
Actually, that'd be a
Glad to
pretty good
see you
fucking
here,
name.
Stacey.
Copyright that.
Copyrighted, bro. Copyrighted.
Copyright that.
Um, pretty much not that crazy of a day today. Just went to go finish up my job shit that I need to do at the university. We're
You
all
getting paid
clear.
yet,
Oh,
or
I
do you
got
start?
paper. Um, so I know what my schedule looks like. I just need to get put into the system so that way they can start me.
Okay.
Um, and I did that. Went to have lunch. Um, and I'm sorry, no, I had lunch. I think wait, did I have lunch? No, yeah, I did that. I went to have lunch. I went to go see if I had some of my old professors that I know there. They were there. Nope, they weren't there.
Hmm.
So I'm probably gonna go back tomorrow to hang out.
I do have a
But
question though. Since you're going to be working for the university, are you going to go? Because generally, when you work for university, you get, you know, like you can take classes for cheaper.
I'm not taking classes again, bro.
I just wondering. I didn't know if you were like thinking of
I
going.
graduated.
No, I mean I know you graduated, but there's other like rungs that go
Yeah.
farther up.
Uh, at the moment, they don't actually have a master's program for what I do.
Which is my question. So
Yeah, no master's program for
I,
that.
I mean, and I just bring this up because it took me 5 years to go get my master's because
Yeah.
I got out and I was like, fuck this. And then 5 years later I was like, I guess I can do it. But
Uh,
I didn't go for what my background for my bachelor's was. I went to a whole different thing for my master's.
yeah. I am. I am interested in doing my master's. When the time comes, I think that right now I'm still trying to see if I can actually get work done in production.
Yeah.
And if it's something that like, like I actually start doing pretty well in the production and be able to get work. I think I'm gonna just sit the masters aside for like a couple years. But if not, maybe in like 5 years I'll start working towards doing my masters. But yeah, I
Hey,
don't.
good to see.
Yeah. At the
You never
time right
know.
now, I'm kind of like taking my hand, taking a hand at what I really want to do, and that's like production. So we'll see how it goes. But I I did. So I went to lunch. I came back. You can see if I had any professors who were there, and so I just wait for Rachel to get out of work as well, and
Sorry,
locked
Kylie's
in.
reply.
My little friend enrolled. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie.
Hi. I locked in my rough draft for the next short film that I'm working on. So that's off to Alex for him to check and see what we got to work through. But ground's moving a bit more on that. So
Is
my
this the one you've been working on that's your longest script
no,
so far?
no, that's
No.
my first.
Okay.
That's gonna be my feature.
Okay.
That's gonna be my feature, which I'm also working on at the same time. But this is my western. This is my western short.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, this is a film that I wrote in 2017 with Luis, where we
mhm.
both were a writer or wrote it. And then it kind of like phased out for a bit. We didn't actually get to shoot that thing because it was like really hard to be able to get to shoot it. And then it phased out. I came back to it. I wrote a couple like more, so it didn't end up like what's it called changing much, but it was still like the same thing we wrote.
Mhm.
And then for class, I what's it called was told like, dude, you need to put a lot more into this because like 7 pages that you have here is not enough to kind of go with what you're trying to do here. So he's like, let's try to expand it more. And so I just started writing more, and I changed a lot of stuff. So kind of, I ended up keeping sole writer credit, but the story is by Luis and myself.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's been going through all these phases of me trying to figure it out, and now Alex is producing it with me. So we kind of like figured out what we're gonna do, and it's done. Rough draft is done. Now we just gotta wait to see what we gotta fix. Hopefully, get that final draft locked in by the at least by the end of fall, so we can just start working towards our pre-pros. We can shoot maybe next spring or next summer.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Cool shit.
yeah. But it's gonna be a good amount of planning that I want to do for this one. Might just hop on to Brad's lawn over here to see what's up. Uh, Friends don't steal friends championships, and in this. This is your reminder that Kylie's is gonna keep crying about this shit. Oh, congratulations on winning something you deserve. Must feel different. No, I took home what's it called, a great award, and I took a great title. What's it called, in the span of 2 weeks. So I don't care. So yeah, Brad.
I'm not here to talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. We're not here to talk about this. Is the fucking what's it called, the main show here. We review movies here. What's it called? So bring this up when it's the right time. When I can actually properly talk some shit. So
Live show or high flyer?
I sure high flyer. Yeah.
Or unstructured. You can bring it up unstructured. I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm not on there, so
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
not
So
gonna get a response from me.
no, and you
Yeah,
probably don't even watch it, so you don't know how much shit we talk.
fuck you, Brad. I have to go through a lot of fucking stuff. I will make my way to watching to make sure that everything is going good. I
This man's
still
gonna be
have to.
like, I gotta check to make sure y'all ain't just like getting us canceled in any form.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure we don't get fucking TOS out here.
I don't think we got that. The last live show we did, I don't think we got TOS. We
No,
didn't do
no.
anything to get TOS.
But I'm on the live show. But what's it called? I need to, the last
You weren't on
one.
the last one.
Two, yeah, the one on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just still got to do quality control here and make sure that we're not gonna get banned off the
Listen at
platforms.
2 times speed, be like, okay.
Yeah. We'll see what's up. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this, y'all. This is gonna be your Thor Love and Thunder review. So if you have not watched Thor Love and Thunder, then you make sure that you get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the film, then go ahead and stick by, because it's called we're gonna talk about full spoilers here. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, I'm not even on my page for my sounds, bro. We running bad. Yeah. Yep. I forget that I don't have an actual banner for these. We should probably do it, right? For these new releases at least. So hold on, y'all. Here we go. The banner's up. Thor Love and Thunder spoilers. Yeah. Even though I'm like, this movie's already been out for a minute. Like, it was in the theater, and now it's on Disney Plus. Y'all should be able to watch this. Wait a minute, Brad. Saw this movie in a day? Had to Who had to die?
My truck. Well, my truck was injured. I mean, it wasn't that long. What the hell?
I figure I mentioned it during Thor because Thor was Lady Thor Hammer the entire time. Sounded kind of familiar. All right, Brad. Let's go ahead and get this going here.
Why is there so much? People need people in Wikipedia, because I know this is written by like random people. Y'all need to stop giving Marvel so much fucking wording, and like all these other movies, like none.
Nothing. Yeah, let's go. Taste of Cherry has like a sentence.
Yeah, and like Thor: Love and Thunder does not deserve this much reading.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot to read, Brad. So let me get started here. Whew. Thor: Love and Thunder is a 2022 American superhero film based on Marvel Comics featuring the character Thor. Produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the sequel to Thor Ragnarok 2017 and the 29th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film is directed by Taika Waititi, who co-wrote the script with Jennifer Hayden Robinson, and stars Chris Hemsworth as Thor. alongside Christian Bale, Tessa Thompson, Jamie Alexander, Waititi, Russell Crowe, and Natalie Portman. In the film, Thor attempts to find inner peace but must return to action and recruit Valkyrie, played by Thompson, Coward, played by Waititi, and Jane Foster, played by Portman, who is now the mighty Thor to stop Gore, the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale, from eliminating all gods. Hemsworth and Waititi had discussed plans for a sequel to Ragnarok by January 2018. Love and Thunder was announced in July 2019, with Hemsworth, Waititi, and Thompson all set to return, as well as Portman, who did not appear in Ragnarok. Waititi wanted to differentiate Love and Thunder from Ragnarok, seeking to make a romance film and 1980s inspired adventure. He adapted elements from Jason Aaron's run on the Mighty Thor comic book, which sees Foster take on the mantle and powers of Thor while under treatment for cancer. Robinson joined to contribute to the script in February 2020, and further casting was revealed later that year during the appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Production was expected to begin in late 2020, but was delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Filming ultimately began in January 2021 in Sydney, Australia, and concluded at the beginning of June. I still have another paragraph to read, guys. Thor Love and Thunder premiered at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood on June 23rd, 2022, and was released in the United States on July 8th as part of Phase 4 of the MCU. The film received praise from its critics for its lighthearted nature and the performances of Bale and Portman, while criticism was aimed at the screenplay and tonal inconsistency. With many critics deeming the film inferior to Ragnarok, Love and Thunder has grossed over 756 million worldwide, becoming the sixth highest grossing film of 2022. That's all on a budget of $250 million. The film sits at an hour and 59 minutes, literally right in a minute under 2 hours. Music is done by Michael Giacchino for scoring themes, but the rest of the score is also done by Nami Momad. Cinematography is done by Barry Ideine. Ideine? Yeah. That was it, Brad. That was a lot. That
Does
was
a
a
lot.
lot, Brad. Here, let me. I just want to what's it called? Be really, what's it called? Make sure that I'm being truthful here. Yeah, Taste of Cherry is literally one sentence, two sentences. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Aiden chiming in with his thoughts.
This movie sucks. I'm gonna what's it called? Agree with you on that one. But Brad, I'll let you go first. Brad, you loved Thor Ragnarok, so let me know what are your initial thoughts here on Thor: Love and Thunder.
I did love Thor Ragnarok. Like I still love Thor Ragnarok. Like I consider that a really great Thor movie, but that's not saying much from Thor movies generally. Uh, this movie to me is mid. I will say it. I will use the slang the kids do nowadays. This movie is mid. It is. It's a mess. It's a mess. And fuck that. Marvel likes to kill off the best villains. Swear to God.
Yeah,
Swear to God. Killmonger that killed off. Gore the God Butcher that killed off. Bell is fucking amazing in this movie. He is the best part of this movie. Every scene he steals. Which I don't know how they got him to do this, but like the man is incredible in this movie. Um Everything else is a mess though. It's nice to know Axl Rose got a payday for how many songs they use? Like six Guns N' Roses songs in this.
they used a good
Um
amount. Yeah,
they used a good amount. They used like a whole album, like Sweet Child of Mine and all that shit. Um y- I, I don't know. Like I guess they needed to kill off Natalie Portman because we would never see her again after this. So I
yeah.
guess this is one way to do it is give her the big old C word and go on from there. But everything else, it's weird because I really enjoyed the ending in this because there was a lot of emotion there, a lot of emotion, and feelings, and like you know, you know, s- basically it was Gore the God Butcher using his one wish to be like bring his daughter back and be like, you know, keep my love safe, and boom, he's dead. But before all that, it's a fucking mess. This movie's a mess. I mean, I did laugh at the goats, like the
The
first two
first time.
times. The first two times I laughed at the goats, and then you write like a little, like they could have called in the goats, not had the goat scream every fucking time. like, I did like when the goats landed into the moon. That was
Yeah.
kind of funny. Um, but yeah, Raul, that's all I'm gonna say is like to me, Ragnarok had a like at least a cohesive storyline that like followed something. This is just like, oh, let's go let them kill Zeus for some reason, which they don't end up killing Zeus really, but and
Yeah.
then Fat Russell Crowe is Zeus. I don't know if I was talking in a fake Greek accent.
If
I
that
don't know
even
how
was
I feel
Greek.
about this.
If that even
But
was Greek, that wasn't even Greek.
yeah, I don't even know what he was trying to do there,
I've
like
talked
a
to
fake
actual Greek
Italian
people.
or like
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was
Uh,
nowhere near being Greek.
yeah,
Yeah.
I figured he like a Greek god. He was trying to do a fake Greek accent. That
Yeah.
was what I was figuring he was trying to come up with. Um, Korg narrating it was probably something that I didn't need to ever hear in my life because it does get annoying after a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know this story like I think the story could be good if you didn't have so much just humor. They're trying for humor that either doesn't hit the mark or it does, but it's in the wrong place. You know?
And so to finally cut you off because you're kind of going into a straight up review here. So I need to get in there too, Brad. But
Sorry.
no, you're good. I share those same sentiments with you. Yet I enjoy this more than Ragnarok because I have no idea why. I sat there and I was like, I like this more than Ragnarok. I can tell you this right now. This movie sucks though. Like I'm not even gonna lie here. The tonal inconsistencies is a really nice way to put it. They absolutely butchered Jane Foster's character, the Mighty Thor, and they butchered any sort of like actual depth that you can give that character within this
Yeah,
film.
this was basically writing Jane Foster off. That's what they
Yeah,
were doing here.
and look, I understand why they did it. If we're finally gonna move along, right, and we're gonna give freaking what's it called Thor some to move along and rightly progress and to develop that character, we need to kill off that final tie that it has to like those other movies. And I get it,
Yep.
but everything that comes before that and the way that you just butchered this whole storyline is just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Uh, Christian Bale is incredible. I mean, like he is just
He
doing
owns
what
that
Christian
role.
Bale does
Which
best.
which when I saw him first on the screen and I knew they were going to kill his character off because they always do this with the villains. Like the
Yeah,
villains don't survive in like the Thors, the Guardians of the Galaxy. They usually get killed off.
yeah.
And I'm just like, "Oh, you fucking fucks. You dropped the ball again. Killmonger, Gore the God Butcher, like again, you just any of the good villains that we get, they're just gone
They're
immediately."
gone. Yeah, and they what's it called? Like I gotta say, the CGI is kind of wonky. Yes, there are points where I was like, I don't really think this is terrible, but like
Mhm.
it is really wonky. You can tell that like that it's not like polished. But I also do think I enjoy kind of like what they're going for in this movie, and I really think that it was interesting to see Thor like go this route. It was nice to see him at like a major conflict with himself, whereas like I feel like the last time we kind of saw this major conflict with himself was in Infinity War, and I was like, this is at least a part of Thor that I like that I didn't get to see in Ragnarok. That I absolutely hated the way that they kind of handled Thor there, but I mean, this is just the way that they hammer the joke in here. It's just so annoying. I'm like, the first time the goats show up, I'm like, okay, I'm like,
Well, it's not just the goats. Like the goats, like yeah, sure, a little over the top, but there's far more ridiculousness
yeah,
in basically certain scenes and just certain dialogue, where any
mhm.
traction it got, like from a depth wise, is totally just fucking killed.
Thrown out the window. Yeah,
Yeah,
thrown out the window. They pretty much just like don't like they want to have these serious moments and then just rush the joke in there. And it's
yeah.
like you can let some of these moments breathe more, so that way
Which
we
they
can
did at the end, which is funny because
yeah,
they did it at the end when they were at I guess at the center of the universe with the that one god for the wish.
Yeah,
Like they did it at the end, and it was like a beautiful fuck. It was probably the most beautiful scene in the movie.
yeah.
It was that one.
And yet, like, I wish that those last 10 minutes, such you would have done with the hour and 49 minutes that come before it.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, Zeus was. I didn't really give a crap about that character. Like, that whole stuff there.
Why was the lightning bolt like that?
I don't know. It was funny. Like, I guess.
I mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong, but like you just so here's the thing, and we go back, and I you said this before. You hated Ragnarok because they made Thor look like a joke.
Yeah.
I think I hate this movie more because like everything is a fucking joke, including Zeus. Zeus is such a fucking joke. It's terrible.
Yeah. It's
Like it's
just.
just terrible.
Oh, I'm telling you
Like
that whole scene.
like
I was just
why bring Russell Crowe into that role just to fucking do that?
yeah. I'm I'm just like you like that's true. It's like why you bring like someone like fucking Russell Crowe here to do that? It's like I don't get it because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Kurt Russell is brought legendary actor Kurt Russell is brought
Hmm.
in. He does fucking Eagle the Living Planet. He does a great job. He's still able to do his little jokes in there, but he's fucking good in that movie. They do a
Well,
good
and you don't have as many jokes, and there's a
yeah,
lot of depth to that movie because Ego is such a terrible being, but doesn't
yeah.
realize he's a terrible being because he's a god planet. Like he doesn't care if like one person died, whatever.
And I think that that's really where the tonal inconsistencies are, bro. Like this script feels like it's juggling like four different movies at the same time. Four different movies at the same time, and it's like doesn't know exactly what it's trying to do. Um, I like the look of the negative world when they
Oh,
get
that was
there.
dope. That was dope
Fucking
when they're on
badass.
the they come into that and then
Yeah,
all color season. I do like how like when they spark up, the hammer or like the
yeah.
lightning bolt, like color comes onto them. I
Hmm.
like the visual of that aspect. That was cool.
Yeah, I really like that, and I thought that those effects were done really well. Like you
Yeah.
can tell, like in all the stuff that was coming out of there, like it was freaking awesome the way it looked. But like overall, I still 100% feel like this shit doesn't what's it called? This feels like a different fucking movie now. Like
Yeah.
that whole part in the negative world feels like a different movie compared to everything else in this movie. It's
What
like
what what which is like whenever Christian Bale's on screen, it's like it's a different movie compared to everything else.
yeah. Yeah. What did you think about the post credit scene, Brad? It looks like we're gonna get Hercules in these films.
I don't fucking I am so tired of Thor movies. I am like if they're going to continue on this route of whatever the fuck this was, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about no fucking Hercules.
Look, I am I what's it called? I'm watched Reservation Dogs. I think that's the only. Oh no, What We Do in the Shadows. I love What We Do in the Shadows from Taika Waititi.
Hmm.
Um, I think he has a great style like that, and he's
What
able
was
to
that
bring
one? He's where the German child with like
Jojo
imaginary
Rabbit.
Hitler, Jojo Rabbit. Yeah,
I haven't watched that though. Uh,
that's one like he does that one pretty well.
Yeah. So I like What We Do in the Shadows. I like the first episode of Reservation Dogs. I still need to watch more. So I like Waititi as a film director and like a storyteller. I don't think he fits into this. He doesn't fit into this. He wants to concentrate too much on the ridiculousness of like comic books and the way that like take it
Which
and ramp it up to a degree that it's just like you're messing with the consistency of what
I,
you're trying to say in here.
I think Waititi has the right humor for it, but I think he overdoes it. He
Yeah.
overdoes it, and he's overdone it in this film, and I think in some previous stuff he's done before. Um, but this one specifically, it's just like you said, he doesn't let any scene breathe and give depth to that point. He always has to throw a joke in there.
Yeah, and I think that that's like kind of like that's also a thing that. By the way, Lindsay, you're um Kevin Sorbo. No, and like that's kind of like some of my criticisms also to the Guardians films. Like you have such but at least James Gunn is able to find levity in those, and he's able to bring some depth
Well,
to it.
And I think he lets some like sure there's fucking ridiculous moments like the whole dancing scene, but the
Yeah,
dancing scene kind of makes sense because he's trying to do a distraction and a bunch of aliens. Sure, it's fucking
yeah,
ridiculous. It kind of makes sense for the plot. Some of the stuff he's did in this, it don't make sense.
it
He's just
doesn't.
doing
And
it to try and get a laugh.
so yeah, this script feels really unorganized. It feels off balance. I thought that it was paced like not terribly. I just felt that second act just went on for long and long and long and long. And I was just like, are we gonna get there? And then when we get to the negative world and they send them back, I'm like, it's not the end yet. Like we still got more to this. And
Yeah,
I like Tessa Thompson. I think that Jane Foster, what's it called? Even though the character Jane Foster does pretty, it was pretty handled pretty badly. I think that Natalie Portman does a great job of
yeah,
portraying Jane Foster. But overall, I mean, I liked this movie. I enjoyed watching it, but like, I'm pretty sure if I rewatch this movie, I'm not gonna like it, dude. And I
no,
didn't rewatch it, yo. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put myself through this again. I literally remember everything that I needed to talk about with this film because I've been waiting to talk about it. And for now, sticking to my original review, I honestly I don't know what I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this like this gets like a 4 out of 10, Brad. How about you? What are you gonna go ahead and give Thor Love and Thunder here?
well, I called it mid, so I'll give it mid. So 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Yeah, I'm like at a 4, man. And I still can say that I enjoyed this, but like I don't even know if I like it anymore, man. Like
See, I
it's
did
sat with me for so long
like
now.
I didn't even find it overly entertaining. Like I found Ragnarok entertaining because I think the story is more cohesive in that. And this is just a fucking mess. Like like really the only scenes that like are let that have breathing room are those with Bale.
Yeah.
And that's really it.
And when like Aiden tells me that this was the nail in the coffin, I'm like, I understand. If we honestly, man, I'm gonna be real with y'all and give y'all some like I'm enjoying She-Hulk. I really am. But like if I wasn't doing this podcast and I wasn't like
We want to be
gonna
watching
gonna
She-Hulk.
cover She-Hulk, I think this would have literally been me. Like I'm done. I don't think I really want to watch these films anymore. But
I mean there's some films that are kind of highlights like
like
Shang-Chi.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to
So
watch Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I
yeah,
actually really do
like
want to watch
there
that
are
one.
some stuff, but like the Thor movies, I'm like even the new Loki, like I might not watch the new Loki series had I seen this, and if we had had to review it,
Yeah.
just because they've messed up on Thor a lot through the
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's wild, man. I don't know where we're at. Like it just to me it feels like it feels so off balance. Like TV seems to be where like we're having a lot of fun with and I'm like liking
Yeah,
so much. And then you have films like this where it's just like what are we fucking doing here?
I
Like what
just
are we
feel like
doing here?
they've gotten the TV down, but they're really screwing up on the movie. I haven't seen a good Marvel movie in quite a while.
Yeah. But with that said, y'all, that's been our review of Thor Love and Thunder. I hope you all enjoyed that. And let me know if you all liked the film. Let us know if you liked the film. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Did you not like it? Let us know, y'all, by, talking to us in the comments on the YouTube videos or, tweeting at us at the nerdcore underscore. All that wonderful stuff, We're always here to talk with y'all. We can disagree and stuff, but,
Yeah,
just
which
don't,
is
just don't be
fine.
an asshole about it.
Yeah. I mean, like the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I didn't like that, but there's a lot of
Yeah.
people who did like it.
Yeah. As long as we're all nice to each other, y'all. There ain't no reason to not be nice.
Yeah,
So
especially over Marvel films.
yeah,
There's no reason to fight over Marvel films,
it really
really.
isn't, man. But um,
I might fight you over the Batman film, though. That one I might fight you over.
yeah. But I want to thank you all so much for in here to discuss this film with us or talk with us in the chat. That is Kylie, Stacy, and Aiden. Thank you all so much for being here as well. We want to thank our wonderful Patreon supporters because without our Patreon supporters, this is not possible, and they help keep this network afloat. To become a Patreon supporter, make sure you go to www.patreon.com/the nerdcore. And if you're on YouTube, you're looking at how it goes right there on the freaking ticker on the bottom. So without I'm sorry. We also want to thank our higher tier members like our producers, our writer, and our director. I think 50 was
I,
still for this one. I think next month is where it went. I remember, Kylie. All I
I
know is
don't know.
that I'm calling you director for the rest of this
Kylie gets a
month.
shout out.
Yeah. Either way, Kylie still gets a shout out. Um, we want to thank our executive producer, Shane. Where can you find him, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at ThriftedIL or go buy something from the Suppy God at Prison City Vintage in Illinois.
Yeah. We want to thank our writer, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Look, man, what's it called? Tony's the one to go for these the GOT knowledge apparently. Um, and I
Man,
saw y'all going
man,
at
man,
it.
he watching. He listening.
He's read
He
the
he
books too, bro.
he over there like, like what you doing commenting on this?
Well,
You
yeah,
don't know shit.
yeah.
And I'm just like, look, he tried to marry off a 12-year-old. I
I'm
don't know
glad,
what to
man.
tell you.
Let's tell you. Uh,
I mean, the king is a fucking bowl of oatmeal, but at least he didn't do that.
yeah. Follow Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter at Real Nerdy Dad. And then we want to thank our wonderful Kylie.
Kylie.
Yeah, we have one more movie from Kylie. What's called To Catch Up. That would be this month's pick. Uh, Kylie still needs to confirm with me which one we're doing, but we want to what's it called? Let you all know that you can follow Kylie at Kylie PLI on Twitter and Kylie P Sports 90 on Instagram. Go watch as our very happy Giants fan for this week. We'll see what last week. We'll see what happens this weekend, but um, go and follow Kylie, y'all. She's a wonderful director and she is an incredible person. Thank you for helping us here, Kylie. But with that said, that is it. If you want to become members of the writers or the writer, producer, or director tiers, all you need to do is go to www.patreon.com/nerdcore. Go to the 15, 25, or $50 tier to become members of those tiers and get your shout outs like they did here. And of course, it's been a lot of fun. Brad, we will see them on Thursday when we talk about Monos as we continue on with our International Film Month. Remember, y'all, Brad describes this as Lord of the Flies meets Platoon. And that, my friends, is quite the freaking combination. I still haven't watched it, y'all, so I'm going to experience that myself. So, Brad, send him out.
Right, Roland. Thank you, host as always. Thank to all those who joined us in chat. Thank to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, make sure to wear your proper boots, I guess. Young Yoda out.